Rolling.
Hi, I'm Katie Ann Dolling. Oh, at least we can shave my tash.
Right, okay, we're going again.
Yeah. Are we recording?
Yes.
This is take 2. We
Yeah.
had to stop the first one because of laughter.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Talking to the Actor. Hello, actor.
Hello.
Big smile on her face still. Laughter. There we go. It's not broke the mic this time.
Not peeking, not flashing.
I'm trying.
Who, jingly as well. Who are you, actor? Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Katie Ann Dolling and I'm from Sheffield.
Yeah. It's not a dating.
Yeah. Blind. It could be.
Okay, there you go.
If anyone's interested,
If anyone's
Yeah.
interested.
it's about 5'4", long black hair.
5'2".
Yeah, 5'2.5".
Yeah.
2.5. Don't forget the half.
I've been doing my Katie Ann Dolling research today, so I've got. Oh yeah, there's devilish stuff coming out. How was the pie? Your first ever pie in the face?
It was an experience, I must say, but you used Gillette, the best a man could get. So yeah, it was a premium pie experience. I think we'll shave my tash a bit as well.
So you're an actor,
Yes.
yeah, and you're. I don't know, because I'm gonna say you're an established actor, and then you'll probably be like, oh, I'm not that far, but you've been on the telly and stuff.
Yeah, I've been on the
Yeah.
telly, but I wouldn't be like, oh God, yeah, I'm so established.
It's just stealing
I can't
bananas.
even walk down the street anymore. I can't even go to co-op.
Not yet. Give it time.
Give it time. These things take time, yeah?
Yeah. So I don't know. Where did we start? How did you get into acting? Take us through the journey.
There's two different things that sort of happened, really. So when I was younger, I started going to Girls Brigade, which is like brownies.
Okay.
So I started going there, and it was held at a church hall. So I used to go every Thursday. And then because Girls Brigade was kind of associated with the church used to put on pantomimes.
Right.
So they would get all the kids from Girls Brigade to be in the pantomimes. So when I was little, I used to be bunny rabbits and just bizarre little characters in these church pantomimes. So that was kind of one avenue, because I stuck with that till I was 16, I think, and obviously progressed to playing Snow White and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah. How long was it before you got the lead?
Sounds really big-headed, but not that long. Maybe it's just because no one else was bothered, and I was like, yes, I love this part. I love being a rabbit. Let me do method. So that was one part. And then the other part, which is quite funny actually, so during secondary school, I kind of got bullied into going to this Amdram group.
Right. When you say bullied, do you mean beaten up and forced into it, or do you mean guilt tripped?
Not even guilt trip, I'm trying really hard not to say names and things. Kind of being this is happening, I want to go, you're coming with me, my mum will pick you up tonight. So it was and I was really shy, believe it or not, extremely shy and timid, wouldn't say boo to a goose, so obviously I was yeah, that's fine, that's fine. So I went to this Amdram group, and I just don't know what happened. It completely just, honestly, because I was so shy, it just completely changed who I was. It really brought me out of my shell, and I did that until I was 18. So if it hadn't have been for that person saying, you are coming with me, I genuinely don't know where I would be in life right now, because that's where I was do you know what, I want to do this, this is everything.
Okay, so was it the pantomimes in guides and stuff, or was it
I would probably say
Amdram?
It would be this Amdram group, which was called Abbeydale Picture House, which is now turned into Easy Street Youth Theatre.
Okay.
And it's ran by these amazing women called Sal, Amanda, Debbie, Mandy, and Phil. Let's not forget Phil. And like without them, I don't think I'd be where I am really.
Okay. And what roles did you have? Like, was there? Were there any particular roles that made you go, I really enjoyed that, or like a moment that got an audience reaction that made you go, yeah?
Well, I think my first ever role that I got with them was a comedy part called Jackie in a musical called Me and My Girl. And I think I just kind of took to them roles instantly. It's honestly, looking back, it's so bizarre because I was so shy, like incredibly shy, and I got like really badly bullied. So for me to then go on stage and like be this like comedy character and be like someone completely different and like have the audience laughing, it just like, it was the best feeling. And like knowing your mum and dad, oh, brilliant sidetrack story. So we were doing Les Mis.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the first shows I ever did with them, and I was an ammunition girl in the barricade, so I was like bandaging up all the soldiers. So it was the first night my mum and dad had come to see me, and they were sat on the front row and like this like really morbid song, like Drink With Me, if you know the musical, and I'm like wrapping this guy's bandage up and everyone else is really sad, and I'm just like, Mum, I'm waving waving and smiling. I'm going, Mum, I'm wrapping a bandage.
How old were you at this point?
I can't remember, last week, no. But yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, that was the first ever show I did with them. It was brilliant. I think I wasn't like a kid. I think I was probably like 14. Yeah, that was like a definite highlight of so many highlights of things that have gone wrong. Oh dear, but yeah, no. There was that role, and then the first ever lead that I got was a part called Lola in Copacabana.
Okay.
And that show like will just be like forever in my heart, because it was like the first lead that I'd ever got. And yeah, just go like the opening night and like just like leading a cast and leading a show was just like it was just undescribable really.
Pressure or just like
It's just everything, isn't it? Like you feel the adrenaline and you feel pressure because you're like, I've got to do this well. I've got to show people that I can do it and I can go out there and lead this show. And so, but then it's just like being in the moment, and it's just an indescribable feeling. And then like coming out and being like, oh yeah, I really enjoyed it. I loved this bit. I loved that bit, and yeah.
So that takes you up to about 18.
Yeah, I think so. There's a bit of a crossover because Abbeydale became Easy Street.
Yeah.
So Abbeydale Picture House, the company moved out of there and went to Little London Road and then got a new premises and then renamed themselves Easy Street Theatre Company. And I really can't, so I did a few shows at the Abbeydale, and I think I joined when I was in like year 7 or 8. And then I stayed with them and then moved with them to Easy Street, and I left Easy Street when I was 18, and then I moved over to Manor Operatic Society, if you've heard of those guys.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, so they do like really spectacular shows at the City Hall and pantomimes and things, so I like moved because it's an adult company.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of crossover, so like a lot of kids that go to Easy Street, their mum and dad are part of Manor Operatic Society. With all the Amdrams, it's like everyone knows everyone and everyone's kind of like interlinked. So that's how I ended up with Manor. And then I was with them until I went to drama school, and I went to drama school when I was 21.
Okay, so no film at this point, it's all theatre based.
It's all theatre based, yeah, but I don't even know how this happened, but I met this woman who worked for ITV, and she did like reconstructions. So whilst I was with Manor, she kept asking me to come and help on these ITV like reconstructions. So the first one I ever did, I got taken to Leeds, and was like, right, okay, so you're going to be playing a 16-year-old Polish prostitute. With the story is human sex trafficking. So I was like,
How old were you at this point?
okay. Maybe I was like 18.
Okay.
Yeah, 18, 19 or something. So that was an experience. And then I did another one, and my mum came with me, and I think that was in Manchester. I had to dress up as like a schoolgirl, and that was for like a paedophile reconstruction thing. Yeah, it's just like...
They don't reconstruct those days out, do they?
No, like... So that was really bizarre.
They don't go like 4 people went to the park and had ice cream, here's a reconstruction. It's always, you were murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they went on, I think they went on like calendar news. So that was the first ever like experience with TV and filming I had.
So acting wise, with a reconstruction, how much direction, etc., and character is there?
With the reconstruction?
With the role in a reconstruction?
Like, looking back, I don't actually think they gave me, like, any... I'm sure it's changed now, but I really don't think they gave me, like, any... I think I just had to lie on the bed, and it was like, okay, this has just happened, and this was the first time I was hearing this information. I had no background information on this girl. They actually left me for an hour or so to go and speak to the girl I was playing, but I wasn't allowed to go and ask her questions. There was none of that. I literally just they were like, right, okay, lie on the bed, this has just happened, and go.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was... But then I hadn't really had any training other than like my Amdram, so I didn't really think, well, what about this? Like, the character, what's just happened before? Like, things like that. I was like, yeah, sound. Like, fake a cry, yeah, cool. So I didn't really think about it then. But yeah, no, there was no like...
Yeah. Was it still challenging?
Yeah, definitely. And I felt a tremendous amount of pressure knowing it was going to be like on calendar news, and I'd had this massive camera in my face and like people like on a set, and there was a certain pressure because I'd never done it before. They were taking a chance on me, so I felt like, oh god, I have to like really prove myself and prove that I can do it. Like, and I think with any actor in anything you do, you're like, am I doing this right? Am I overreacting? What do they want from me? So yeah, no, it was difficult, but I think I was kind of like a bit more naive and young then, so I was like, yeah, absolutely, I can do that, that's fine. So it was kind of like 50-50, I think. Yeah.
And you got called, they called you back a few times for different victims.
Yeah, so I must have impressed them with my my
they were like,
portrayal
she's a prostitute.
Of a prostitute.
She could do a schoolgirl.
Yeah.
Did you get recognised by anyone? Did you like go, I want to be on the news?
I think I did, yeah, but to be quite honest, I don't, like, it's really strange, like, I love acting, but I hate putting myself out there.
Right.
Like, I would never be like, hi everyone, I'm going to be on ITV News this evening. Like, that wasn't... I did notice in my research, like, some of the actors I know, they have specific, like, acting pages on Facebook, or on websites, or very updated actor-orientated, like Twitter or Instagram. Yeah.
You have a Twitter that's not really updated in a while.
No.
You have a link to a website that doesn't actually
exist anymore. Yeah, and it did, and then, but I wasn't really getting anything from it, and they're expensive to like maintain. So I thought, do you know what, I'm just gonna, because to be quite honest, it's all word of mouth nowadays, and like who you know.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what, I'll get rid of that. Maybe I should be making more of an effort, but
maybe that's for you to decide.
Yeah, because I have, like, don't get me wrong, I'll have like little months where I'm like, yes, here's a picture of me being this part. And then I like post it and I panic and I'm like, oh my god, is that really wanky? Like, do people think I'm an arsehole because I'm posting that? Like, I used to make YouTube's like sketch because I love comedy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just kicked you, didn't I?
Just carry on.
Just so you knew that I love comedy. Yeah. Bang. And so I used to make these like YouTube sketch shows, and I'd post it, I'd put all my time in, post it, and then panic.
Right.
Like, oh Christ, people are going to think I nearly said the C word then, arsehole, let's use that word instead.
Pretty sure you can use any word.
Like, I just panic about stuff like that. It's really silly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
These aren't still online, are they?
I think I made them private.
Yeah.
This is it. See, I panic, and then, but people are like, do you know what? I loved them. Can you like make some more?
Can we see them? Not now, but can you send
Yeah,
us links?
yeah,
Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that for you. See,
Please.
even now I'm like giggling, like, oh, don't look at me. I'm shy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem for an actor, isn't it? Although I know a lot of actors that are introvert tend to work with the extroverts, but I know actors who are very introverted.
I'm like a bit of both. It's
Yeah.
like a bit weird. Like if someone asks me, I'm not good at bigging myself up.
Yeah.
And I'll never say, if someone says to me, oh, so what have you done? I won't be like, well, actually, I've done X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I'm just not like that as a person. You have to kind of like get it out of me, kind of thing. Just like, oh yeah, I've done all right. It's yeah.
Do you find it's difficult as well? Like, okay, so where I work, where Tom also works, we do not say its name. Do not say its name.
I will not say its name.
I can't talk to them about film, or I can talk to them in really general terms. How's the film going? Yeah, it's going alright. Busy at the minute.
Yeah.
But I can't go into any details about what I've done or not because it just is they're not on that wavelength. They don't have the experience to understand if that means anything or not.
Yeah.
So I go, oh, I'm doing this, and it doesn't actually register as anything other than if I'd said, oh, I went to the park yesterday. You know.
Yeah.
Do you find when you're talking to non-acting creative types that you just don't want to?
Do you know a line that I get all the time? Like with like my mum and dad's friends, or like the old people that live around the corner from me. Like they'll stop in the street and be like, oh, are you back from London? Yeah. Oh, are you going to be in Coronation Street? Yeah. That is like such a classic line.
That's better than the film alternative.
What do you do?
What's the film alternative?
Do you want to be the filmmaker or the member of the other guy?
I'll be the other guy.
Okay.
So, what do you do?
Oh yeah, I make films.
Oh, what, porn?
Yeah. Every time.
Yeah.
Damn, I should have seen that one coming.
And then that sucks, satisfied grin.
That sucks. Don't use that.
Yeah.
Don't use that, Tim.
And then you're like, yeah.
Oh my god. How many times have you heard that?
Every person that's ever asked me what I do.
Yeah.
Really?
Pretty much.
Well, not every person, but the vast majority.
Jesus.
Every old person that's ever asked me what I do.
Everyone who thought they were a comedian but was not working as a comedian.
Oh my god, to be fair, that's like probably something I would say. Knowing full.
But the reaction is, yeah, thanks, 9 years. 10 years. 11 years.
Oh my god, yeah, it's classic, isn't it?
3 years studying so you could do that job.
I wouldn't mind as much, but like
Still recording.
We're still going.
I think it's a pretty good bet. Had we been making porn, we wouldn't be working the jobs.
That's true.
Oh.
That is true.
No, and the other kind of problem with it is not that they say it, it's that they assume they are the first.
Yes.
I assume you get this with the Corrie. They believe they are the first that's ever said this.
Yeah. No, I don't think it is hard, isn't it? Because if you were actually to turn around and say to them, like, well, actually, I did this at this really prestigious theatre, and I made this really massive film that blah, 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 they'd be like, all right.
Yeah.
But have you been on Corrie?
Yeah.
That is like the be all and end all for like northern people.
But it's also, that's from a sweet place, isn't it? Like, they're not saying it to diminish you, they just do. It's just collateral.
But inside I always feel like, oh God, do they think I've failed? Do they think I've like ran away to London and I've come back like failed?
Okay.
And that's something I really struggle with.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
This time.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers. Okay, so you've done you did the Man at Operatic Society. Did you have to apply for that, or was it just?
You had to do an audition.
That's what I mean.
another hilarious story. Christ, I really am putting myself out here. So I kind of knew everyone on the panel, and like going into Manor was a massive thing for me. So I was like, oh my god, they're this big company, they do it at the City Hall, like. And I used to go and watch them as a kid, and you know, I just wanted to be in it so much that I was just so like, I have to nail this audition. But I think that was like the first like, well no, because I had to audition for Easy Street, but this was like in front of.
Yeah, you're older as well, and it means more.
Yeah, absolutely. So I kind of like went in there, and I'm sat in front of all these people. I'm like, oh my god, that's blah blah blah. Oh my god, that's blah blah blah. Whew, right, okay. And then I don't know, but like I got so nervous that I just started chatting utter shit. Like I don't know what came out of.
I've been there, done that.
I don't
very
know
recently.
Yeah.
It was like. Like it was bad. And then I came out, and then a lady who was the MD at the time called me and was like, you know, I'm sorry you haven't got in this time, and I really tried to fight your corner because I know you can do it, because she did Copacabana with me, so she gave me the lead role of Lola, but I think they were just like, she's too young, because I just went in there and just like fucking melted. But then I auditioned again, and I was a bit more chilled, and it was fine. And then I started getting lead parts with Manor as well. But yeah, no, I'll never forget that.
Did your parents come and see you in Manor?
Yeah,
Did
so
you wave at them then as well?
I didn't. I'd learned a bit more like theatre etiquette at that point. Don't wave. Yeah, or my mum and dad literally come and see. They don't just come and see the one show. They'll come and see about 5 in like everything I've ever done.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
They're supportive then.
Oh God, like massively. Like I wouldn't have been able to have gone to drama school in London and to have done the things that I've done without my mum and dad, like hands down.
I love that. I realised that was a dumb question, because at that point, if they're not supportive, they're going to go in the audience and just start booing you.
Stop waving!
Boo!
You're shit. But no, they're just like unreal. Like.
Right. So this is where like I'm trying to remember, because I really tried to visualise like your qualifications and what education you'd had where.
Right. Okay.
If that makes sense, because you did a 3-year course. Was that in London?
So I did. It's really funny. So I went to High Stores, and High Stores is meant.
I went to High Stores for my A levels.
Oh, did you?
It was a huge culture shock.
In what way?
Right. So in Meadowhead, as Tom will tell you, right, there are 3 things people talk about.
Okay.
And depending what you talk about, that is where you will end up.
Okay.
Okay. Football.
Right.
Right. Like stuff like Burberry and jewellery of that nature, like sovereign rings. Or cannabis.
Or cannabis.
Yeah. And depending on what of those 3 you want to talk about first, that is kind of your friendship group and what you'll end up with.
Right.
Then I went to High Stores, where everyone was talking about things like trainers and shoes and just really wealthy stuff that in my head I was like, dude, we had entire schools that run like
really
food. What was it called back in the day? It was like free lunches, but it had a name.
I can't remember.
Yeah, and then in High Stores, and then like, because I was the A level, so it was the more educated. Like, the ones who hadn't. So I was hearing all these stories about, oh, we used to have these rough kids, but they didn't get through to the 6th form.
Jesus.
And I was like, this is so different. And
oh my God.
the other thing, like for 2 years, just by asking people, how's it going? You'd find out who was sleeping with who fancied who was arguing with who.
Really?
I didn't know any of them. They'd tell me names and I'd be like,
take me back. Take me back to Meadowhead.
No, I would never have been like that. No, this was an upgrade. This was a huge upgrade.
So yeah, no, High Stores is meant to be like the leading school for performing arts.
I did theatre studies there.
Yeah, I didn't take a single drama class or anything.
Nice.
Because I was that scared. It's just weird, isn't it? But then I was going to like Easy Street every Wednesday and Thursday or whatever, and then like singing my heart out, cracking jokes. I was like a completely different person. It was really strange. Yeah. But yeah, no, didn't do anything at High Stores. And then
what did you do, if you don't mind me?
My GCSEs were business studies. I was the only girl in the class. It was absolutely horrific. I don't think I couldn't even tell you one thing that I learned, because the boys just used to piss around so much that the teacher would spend an hour just telling everyone off.
Nice.
And he would apologise to me at the end of every single class. I'm sorry we didn't get anything done today. So I was like, yeah, right, it's fine. So I did that. I did sociology. I did art.
Sociology. Mrs. Birkin?
No, I had a guy. I can't remember.
Did you have glasses?
Yes.
I had this guy as well. Andrews or something?
I really can't
Anyway,
remember.
yeah.
I can see him though. But yeah, no, so I did that, and then I decided to go to Norton College to do a BTEC in acting, and then I progressed on to the foundation degree. But then my teacher at the time, because you could go and do a top up at Hallam to make it a full degree, but my teacher advised me not to, and she said, I want you to apply for drama schools. So that's when I thought, oh, okay. Shit.
So let's go to Norton College then, because that's where Tom and I are graduates from.
Yeah.
Oh, are you? Congratulations, we survived.
That's where our film was born.
Yeah.
Ah, very nice.
Used to bully his sister in school. Right, so Norton College, what sort of stuff? You're on a BTEC?
I'm on a BTEC.
Did that feel like a step? Because you've got your GCSEs at this point.
Yeah.
Is this instead of A-levels you've gone to the BTEC?
To be honest, I really didn't know. I was just like, BTEC?
Okay.
What's that? Acting? Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Like, didn't really have a clue, to be quite honest with you. I just knew I needed to...
You wanted to go acting, really?
Yeah, I knew I needed to do something after school. Everyone was going to sixth form or, like, doing something. I thought, okay, like, I didn't do drama at school, so let's get this qualification, which I didn't really know what it was.
It's very similar to
I did
film.
a BTEC. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
I just knew it was worth 3 A levels, and I only had to pick
Is
one
it?
subject.
See, I don't even know that. Is it worth 3 A levels?
Yeah.
No, I did not a clue. So I've got 3 A levels then.
Yeah.
Well done me.
I got the A-levels, then started a history degree, then went on a foundation degree for film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. With no background in film.
That's cool.
Yeah, we all had to do you remember the first day?
Yeah.
Sorry, hijacked. This is my story. It's my podcast now.
And back to me.
We had to say what experience we'd had in film, and mine was watching them.
Yeah.
That was all I'd done.
Yeah, but you've got to start somewhere, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, good on you.
Well, if it works out. If not, it's
It
just a
will.
massive waste of time.
No, it's not. It's a learning curve, isn't it? And
Oh, I've learned a shit ton since then.
me
so
too.
much.
Like not waving at
Yeah.
audience members.
I genuinely can't think of anything from Chesterfield College, which is the course I did before, that I learnt there, that I actually learnt. Like, I did a lot of things,
Yeah.
but I don't think until Norton College any of that went in.
Right.
And then it wasn't until after Norton College that the stuff from Norton College went in.
Nice.
Like...
You know, you were talking about your meltdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did a screening. We did a film with you, The Body. We'll talk about that and how we came into each other. So I had to go up and speak and introduce the film and stuff.
Did you?
I just went into meltdown, and he's asking, "Oh, how long have you been going?" Da da da. So I started talking about that, and then was like, "Yeah, we don't make much money. We're not very good." And the whole room erupted, and he was like, "Don't say that! Don't say that!" And then you know what? Every other motherfucker who got up after me was like, "That's how you win the room." And every single one of them started taking the piss out of themselves. And I was like, "You're just fronting. I really am that."
Before Sam went up, every single person was like, "Oh, I'm doing this and this and this.
Really?
This is really, this is my brilliant idea." Sam goes up and goes, "I mean, we don't win money. Bit shit, really."
Well, it's just we're not very good. I didn't say shit.
Yeah.
My mom and dad were there. I did not say shit.
Yeah, it's like, we're not very good. Don't say that. Crowd bursts out laughing. Everyone after that is like, yeah, I mean, it's alright.
We're horrific.
Yeah.
The only guy that bigged up his film, I don't think I had a choice because he spent like 60 grand on it.
Yeah.
So.
And the guy interviewing him was the producer.
Yeah.
So
Oh my good lord.
yeah. Vic Reeves was in it.
Wow.
And Jane Horrocks.
Brian
love it.
Blessed.
Brian Blessed was the voice of God.
Oh my god.
So in many ways, the best day of our lives.
Yeah.
That was the best
Yeah.
thing ever.
Right, so Norton College.
Norton
What did you do?
So I did this BTEC in acting, and you were talking about Meadowhead and
Yeah, now
how that was a
it.
culture shock. for me, Norton College was a culture
Well,
shock.
you've got a lot of Meadowhead there because
Yeah.
it's right next door, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely a learning curve, and there was a girl in my class who just took honestly, she just took
Straight
it
dislike to you.
a straight dislike
That's
to
the
me.
Meadowhead technique.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was. And do you know what? I was nothing but nice to her. I really genuinely don't have a bad bone in my butt. Well, can I say that about myself? I don't know, but I would never be horrible. I just, it's not in my DNA. I don't know. So I'd really given her no reason. I'll never forget. One day, I was just stood waiting for a lift or something, and she turned around to me and was like, "Oh, is your daddy coming to pick you up on your pony?"
That's Meadowhead.
Yeah,
And I was
she's
like-
a Meadowheader.
Yeah. or it could be Newfield somewhere.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, what have I done to
Yeah.
you for you to hate me so much?
Your mistake is not giving it back.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I never did, and I used to be
Yeah. Meadowhead survival. I learned the trick is you either have to be hard or funny.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So if someone said "Hey, you're gay," and I went, "All right, give me your dick then," that gets a laugh. Suddenly they're going to leave you alone a bit. Also, having, as we mentioned, cannabis helped.
Right, yes, yeah, I
Don't fuck with him, he's on drugs. It's yeah, damn right.
Yeah, no, see, I had neither of these
No,
things.
you were not prepared. No.
I was just not prepared for the
No.
world of Norton College.
No.
I really was not.
The rough streets of Bents Green didn't really prepare
They
you for-
no, they didn't. My days of Girls Brigade Church did not equip me. But yeah, it was an experience, that's for sure.
So was there, acting-wise, was there much you remember from Norton, or was it more kind of this experience of people and stuff? Because I always think these kind of people experiences are good for memory recall and acting
And life, just
And
in general, isn't
yeah.
it? Meeting new people, and I suppose that kind of brought me out of my shell a bit. So I started going out and going to the Norton pub
Oh yeah.
across the road.
Burger and a beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But no, yeah, I suppose I did in a way. I kind of never forget. So I was playing Lucy in Narnia, and I was looking for Aslan or someone, and I'd come on stage and done a generic looking around, and my teacher was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm looking for Aslan." "No, you're not. You're acting looking for Aslan."
Yeah.
Right, okay. So then she was like, "Right, we're going to play a game of hide and seek." So she hid, but this was in front of everyone, sorry. And you feel yourself going bright red. She's this little 5-foot woman, "Come and find me!" shouting in the room. And so I was whipping behind curtains, pulling chairs up, and then I was okay, this is what you're looking for,
Yeah.
not just, "Aslan, where are you? Turn my head to the left." There you are. So yeah, no, I definitely did. That was definitely a step up.
Yeah.
I was getting
Challenged.
yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. She was just she'd been a professional actress herself.
Yeah.
And with every professional actress, we're all a bit bonkers. She was fantastic and bonkers.
Yeah.
So I caught some of the stuff, yeah. And I'll never forget, there was a guy, he used to build the sets and things, and I think we were all sat down because we had to build the sets and do the costumes for every single production. So he was teaching us how to use this, I was gonna say chainsaw, it definitely was not a chainsaw, but you know them little, what do you call them? With the wheel and you're huh?
Table
Table
saw.
saw.
Is that how easy it was?
Sick.
A table saw.
Buzzsaw.
Let's go for table saw.
Okay.
So we're all sat in a row, and my friend passes me her magazine and is like, "Look at this! Oh my god, what do you think about this?" He sees me looking down at this magazine, thinking I'm just reading this Cosmopolitan. Takes it off me, puts it on the buzzsaw, slices it in two, and gives it me back, and I'm like, "Oh my god, we're not in Kansas anymore." It's shit. when you like, I got treated as like an adult, I guess. Yeah, for that to happen, I was very taken aback.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, not college.
Life lessons.
Oh my god, yeah.
See, it's interesting because I suppose BTEC did you have to be there at your age?
BTEC, you're meant to be there, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, because there was because legally now school till 18 is like a thing.
How old are you?
I kind of forgot then. 25. Well,
So
we'll be
So
25.
you weren't required to go to school till 18, were you?
I really don't know.
Okay.
Don't ask me these questions.
I
know
know
why.
I could have left. Like,
Yeah, I
just
same
gone,
with
no, I'm
BTEC,
not doing
yeah.
it.
Like I'm writing CVs at the moment, and you know when you have to like write dates of like when you. I'm just making it up, so I genuinely don't have like I really am.
I just go for months at that point, month and a year, and hope it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
matches.
doing. I'm like, so I was born in '93.
Yeah.
So how old was I? Yeah, 2000 and yeah, just put that's fine, cool.
Yeah. I don't think this will affect anyone like listening, but if you have a gap year and you're doing a CV, make sure you did something that you can put down on the gap year, so it doesn't look like you went to jail for a year.
Yeah.
Like you just have a year's gap, because that's the first thing they ask you about. In my other jobs, like, why do you have a year's gap after A-levels?
Really?
It's like,
But gap years
okay,
are like
did that.
massive things now, aren't they?
Yeah, but just make sure you do something.
Yeah, like
That
travel
you can
or
put on a
something.
CV,
Yeah, don't
yeah.
just fuck about.
Yeah.
What you do on your gap year? Well, you know,
Eat
signed on.
Cheerios.
Signed on, had a nap.
Yeah.
That was most days.
Solid.
It's interesting your experience in Norton, because mine is like they just gave us equipment and went, go film something. So you go film something, you bring it back, and you're like, oh, we went and filmed it, it was really good. And then they go, right, this is why it's shit.
Yeah.
You've done this
Really?
wrong, you've done that wrong. Do it again, or there's no time to do it again. Learn it for next time.
So they wouldn't actually teach you the process of how to do things.
Oh, they taught by letting us do it wrong and then explaining exactly in excruciating detail in front of everyone why it was wrong.
Okay.
And that was like really useful.
Yeah.
Really fucking useful, because you can see it. You've got the visual aid of your own work, and you understand. Yeah, if I put the camera here, or I move the light here, or you're right, I didn't white balance it.
About as all that they taught us before they first gave us the camera and told us, like the only things they taught us before they sent us out is they went, this is how you turn auto mode off. No one's allowed to use auto mode.
Yeah.
You got to do it manually. Record button, white balance, go.
Jeez.
And for someone who'd never done any film, it was really fucking useful.
Yeah, no, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, that sounds intense, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's the same. It sounds like you're acting, where it's like, what are you doing? No, you're not looking.
Yeah.
I'm going to interrupt the lesson, so you have to spend 10 minutes looking for me. I'm Aslan now. Find me.
Oh my god, there was another hilarious story. There was this teacher who everyone used to just like take the piss out of. Bless him. He was a special one, like, and yeah. So anyway, we had this like under the stage area with like steel, like things, shit everywhere, and I hit my head one evening. So he was like the first aider. And I was panicking because I'd literally knocked myself out, so tears are like rolling down my face. It's like, everyone get back, everyone get back. And I was like, am I going to be okay? I swear to God, he actually said, you might die. Like being like serious, because he just like was a bit...
Nice.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my God. Yeah, some classic stories.
So what did you get in your BTEC?
A distinction.
Which is the best pass merit distinction then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
I went on to the foundation degree, but that was held at Norton, so to me it actually felt no different.
yeah, that's the foundation degree we did was at Norton, but
yeah, I kind of wish I didn't do it, to be honest. Like, yeah, and you shouldn't like regret. I don't regret it, but looking back, if I could change something, I wouldn't have stayed on. I probably would have applied, but then you never know, dear. Maybe I needed to do that year and have time doing what I did, and maybe that got me in at drama school. So if I'd have done it a year too soon, they may have said I was too inexperienced or I was too young. Or so I suppose everything happens for a reason. But
did you feel? I take it you felt you didn't get much out that year.
Not really, and like people, because I feel bad. Like, I don't want to say it was bad, but I just didn't learn anything. And then because most of the people well, not most of the people, but a lot of people weren't wanting to pursue an acting career afterwards, so people weren't turning up, which then meant we couldn't perform scenes, or people weren't learning their lines, so there wasn't any dedication anymore. Because I think with like your BTEC, it is a fuck around, isn't it? Like, let's be honest, like when it comes to the crunch, you're there to like get the grades and whatnot, but most of the time it's, you know, oh yeah, we've got an hour of like doing this and then straight to the Norton, like it is, isn't it? That's how a BTEC goes. So, and then I think quite a lot of people started dropping out actually, so it kind of like the morale just wasn't there anymore.
Was it a change in teacher as well and stuff, or?
No, not necessarily a change in teachers. No, I think we had the same teachers. But I don't know, I can't describe it. It just wasn't what I was looking for, put it that way. Yeah.
Okay, so you finished your foundation degree.
Yeah.
And you got?
Oh my God, what did I get?
Distinction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You got that for
I knew it was it was a distinction, but I was thinking, is it like a number one, you know, with it being like a degree? But no, I think it was a distinction.
I think
the first distinction or a 2-1 distinction.
Right.
I think 2-1 has a distinction, don't we? Like in between that and first.
I'm not sure, because until you top it up, it doesn't become a BA.
Yeah. Oh no, I genuinely can't remember.
On the phone.
Sorry, I'm just checking that the person who I'm meeting next hasn't. My phone is buzzing.
Is there a time you need to be out by?
No, we're okay for now.
Okay.
We're okay for now. I'll let you know.
Because we can always break and do a part 2 at some point.
Yeah, no, I think we're okay. Keep going.
I mean, it just depends how much. I feel like there's lots left.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So old. No. Okay, so you come at your foundation degree, and then you were going to apply for Hallam, and then you said your teacher said no.
Yeah.
Go to drama school.
She was like, she actually said, it's not very good. I want you to go to drama school. So I was like, okay. Yeah, I'll never forget. She like sat me down in her office and was like, you know, I think you've got something here. I think you should apply for drama school, but I don't want you to apply for musical theatre. I want you to apply for acting.
Yeah.
But all my life,
musical theatre.
but I want to sing. And she's like, yeah, I know you want to sing, and you can do that anytime. But you could be a really good actress. Please do acting. But I was like, nah, I want to sing. She used to hate it, like, because we had to do a musical as part of our course. And obviously, like, I was like perfecting my notes, and she was like, yeah, but you're not acting it, you're just like beautifully singing. So she really drilled it out of me and had me kind of like speaking some parts of the song. And I was like, this isn't right. What are you making me do? And then obviously when I went to drama school, they were like, yeah, you know, sometimes it's not just beautifully singing. I was like, shit, she was right. Damn her.
Thanks. So, at least to us, we didn't top up our foundation degree. We went around Hallam for the opening day, and they were like, oh yeah, it's our 3rd year, so it's the practical year. And straight away I was like, practical? And they're like, yeah, you know, where our students are actually going to film. Like, they've been doing the theory for 2 years. And they're like, I spent the last 2 years with camera like in my hand pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And then they were like, yeah, you get to do a 20-minute film. Yeah. I was like,
right.
We did 7 of those last year. I'm not saying they were good. Most of them weren't good. But we did 7.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, well, you know, it's this. And it's like, well, only one? How does everyone get to do all the roles? No. You just pick a role. One of you will do lighting, and one of you will do this. And I was like,
The only, like, niggle I have is if I was to have done it, I would have had a backup to become a teacher.
Yeah.
I had the same thing. But then I realised that I don't actually want to be a teacher. So it's fine.
I know. This is like the struggles that I'm having at the minute. I'm thinking, oh shit, if I'd have done that, like I could have just like taught kids. But, you know, it wasn't right for me at the time. And
because you have done a qualification since in teaching, have you not?
In teaching? Oh, I don't know.
Was it not theatre and something? Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway.
No, I don't think. No, not that. Unless I did it in my sleep.
I might be mixing up my CVs.
You might be able to teach privately.
Yeah, no, and I have done. In fact, I went back a few years ago to Norton College. The lady asked me to go back to do a workshop. Because they were doing their end of year show, which was Redhead, and I played
You have done Redhead.
I played the lead role for my drama school. Our end of year show was Redhead, so I played the lead. So she asked me to go back and like do a masterclass, and that felt really weird.
How did that go?
It went really well, but I was like shitting myself. So I was like, these kids are looking up to me.
Yeah.
When really I was like, but I don't have a clue myself. Like we're all like still in the. I don't think you ever stop learning. Do you know what I mean? I would never be like, I've done this, I've done that, so I'm the best actor in the world. I can never learn another goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Because it's just not true.
Yeah.
Like you learn from every single job you do and like the people that you meet. So for me to go back there and be like, hi kids, this is how you act. it was like, yeah, really.
Did you get one of the kids and like, you need to look for something? You're not looking right. Yeah. Let me show you. I'm going to hide.
Find me.
Okay, so you went to the London
School of Musicals, yeah.
I assume that was a culture shock in a different way, or were you more? Did the kids already have ponies and dads that came to pick them up in their carriages?
No, do you know what? A lot of my year had worked like 6 or 7 jobs in the run up just to like fund staying like at the school.
Was it pricey?
Yeah, I think it. Do you know what? I couldn't even tell you. That's not me being like, I'm not telling you how much. I genuinely can't even remember. Yeah. But it's not just the price of the school. You're like finding a place to stay for however long. Your living costs, like council tax. That was like when shit, I'm an adult. Because I'd lived at home like all this time. So living with people was a new experience. Like not only was I moving out of my house, but I was moving to like another city
and London as well.
And London, like it's massive.
London, is it?
London Bridge.
Okay.
So like I was very lucky to live there, but obviously I lived with like several other people.
Yeah.
And I technically lived in the living room. We made the living room into a bedroom, but it was beautiful. Like my room like overlooked the Shard. It was unreal. Like I don't know how we found it for like the price that we did. But yeah, no, that was like.
I'm just gonna shuffle my legs. Apologies.
You shuffle your legs. You reshuffle.
I've reshuffled.
Excellent.
Carry on.
But no, that was like. That was a moment I grew up. I think I'm not very grown up now. Like I'm very childish. Like someone says, "Be a reason," I'm like. But like. That was the moment I was like, okay, no fucking about now.
Yeah. You took it serious when you were there then?
Yeah, no, absolutely, because, you know, it's a lot of money, and this was everything. My dream from as soon as I stepped foot in, like, Bent Screen Panto or whatever, like, it was like the be-all, at drama school was the be-all and end-all for me. Like, so to get in was just, when I got the letter, I just...
Yeah, sorry, we skipped the audition process for that. What was that like?
Hard. And obviously I auditioned for like several other schools as well. Yeah. So I think my first round, I had to go in and sing 2 contrasting songs. So there was a panel. LSMT was really nice actually because it was just 2 people, and all the other panels I'd been singing in front of like 5 or 6 people, and all the other people applying were stood behind you listening. So it was like, honestly, I don't know how I did it. I look back and I'm like, shit, I don't think I could do that now. But as soon as I walked through them doors, I just knew that was the school for me, because it was they were so about you. And like about, they wanted to get the right people, like friendly people, not someone like, yeah, I can belt an E. Oh, you can belt an E? Yep, have you? It was like, you know, like personality, and they like cared, and they gave me feedback actually, like straight away, and like, you know, we would absolutely love for you to come back. So I was like, oh my god, okay. So then I had a second round, so I had to travel back down to London, and that was singing the same songs. I had to prepare a monologue, and then we had a dance round. Now, dancing's not my forte. Like, I can dance, but I'm not a dancer, and I don't pick things up like straight away. So that was in fact that was the toughest part of drama school for me, was the dancing, because
what sort of dance was it?
oh, just like everything. Like jazz, would have ballet on a Monday, jazz, commercial, ballroom. It wasn't so much the learning, it was like having 10 minutes to learn the dance, then performing it in front of everyone in groups of 4. Because obviously that's what you would have to do in auditions, but it just like, that was where I had to work the hardest, and it obviously paid off, because at end of year show, the lead was a dancer's role. So the final 4 people, that like who they narrowed it down to, 3 of them were in the top set of dance, and there was just me who was like in the like below, and I was the one that got it. So I felt like that was a massive achievement for me. But yeah, no, the dance rounds at like drama school auditions were just, I just wanted the ground to swallow me up. It was horrible, just awful.
And then the letter comes, you've passed, you're in, ecstatic.
Yeah,
my dancing was good enough, hooray.
yeah. Well, I was working at Willow Grange Conference Centre as a waitress at the time, and I'll never forget, I was putting out like taking the cling film of some egg sandwiches for this buffet that was happening for this party. And I get a phone call. My dad's like, "Oh, the letter's come. Do you want me to open it, or do you want me to wait until you're home?" So I was like, I had to think, and I thought, no, just do it, Dad, just do it, because I was like, I'm not gonna get it. And then he was like, "You've got in," and I just like, I was in the room by myself, and it was just such a surreal. I just didn't know what to do. I was like, oh, like all these thoughts, like, oh my God, this is like the rest of my life, but shit, it's a lot of money. How am I going to get the money? Oh my God, I'm going to have to move out. Oh my God, I'm going to move out and miss my mum. Like, like all these like thoughts. Like, I had a boyfriend at the time. Oh my God, he doesn't even know I've gone and done the audition. What am I going to tell him? Like, it was...
Did it end the relationship?
It didn't at the time, and it went on for like a number of years, but it wasn't the same. Like, the distance definitely affected the relationship, and I was so like, I loved him, but I was so for my career.
Yeah, focused.
I was so focused that nothing could really step in the way of that. But I guess what's meant to be is meant to be, isn't it? Got a bit sentimental, isn't it?
Okay, so you're in drama school, you're taking it serious. So we already know that you did Redhead.
Yeah.
What is Redhead?
Redhead was a really old American musical that was directed by Bob Fosse. So it was originally on Broadway with Gwen Verdon. Gwen Verdon is like a notorious for like dancing, like that is her thing. So the role was basically written for her, so there was a shit ton of dancing in it. I think it came to London, but it didn't do. It was just bizarre. It was like a murder mystery set in like Victorian England with like an American strongman. I was a clairvoyant, but wasn't actually a clairvoyant, like a Cockney redhead. Like, honestly, I can't even describe it to you. It was so fucked up. But it was great. It was bonkers.
Yeah.
And that's just me. Like. So yeah, no, it was brilliant.
Any film at this point? Have you had any screen time experience?
We'd done like a little section at school TV. And this lady had come in to teach TV, had like pulled me to one side and given me her number and said like, you know, I'd really like to like work with you. But nothing really ever became of that. I think people just get so busy, don't they? But that was nice to like be picked out and like slipped a number. Like that sounded a bit rude, that didn't it? I do. Maybe she was just after me. I don't know.
Grooming.
But yeah, no, there was no like TV really. It was just musical theatre. Yeah.
Okay. I take it was pretty intense and intimate, and like, is it one of those where you get to know all the sides of everyone?
Oh God, they strip you down, they hammer you down. Like, I'll never ever forget, we had to do an unaccompanied song in our acting class. And with every single drama teacher I've ever met, they're all bonkers. Like, brilliant, like proper artists, but they're just nuts and do not give a fuck what they say. So we had to do this unaccompanied songs. We'd stand up like, and to sing with no accompaniment in front of everyone, like that's, what's the word? That's like really, what word am I looking for?
Terrifying?
No, like leaving yourself bare, like vulnerable, I guess. Because if you crack, there's nothing to like cover that. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, this lad gets up, and I won't like say any names or anything, but just like the vibe of everyone in the audience, you know, they were like looking away and like picking at their nails and like, oh God, like everyone was like, please make it stop. Like I want you to stop, like, because this is just. And then the next day we get feedback. So she's got a notebook and we're all sat down. She comes to him and goes, licks her finger, turns the page. Such and such. What the fuck was that? Do you know what? I don't even have any comments to say about that. That was, and then just goes to the next person. Yeah.
Did this lad survive to the end as well?
He did, yeah. But oh my God, you just got stripped bare. Like, she once told me I had a lizard tongue. She was like, you do this thing when you speak where your tongue just like sticks out like a lizard, like, bleh, bleh. It needs to stop. And then you're like, and then like, obviously you become incredibly self-conscious and start getting people like, do I have a lizard tongue? What's wrong with the world's ring? But she said like something, she just used to give like amazing advice, and she'd be like, she would just look at you and know what you're thinking. It was weird, and you'd be like, oh my God, shit, how does she know that? I do that. Oh my God, shit. So it really, like, that was the best training I ever had. Like, it was a whole other level. And she used to, like, we'd have these talks, like, me and her, and she'd be like, you know, you've got such potential. Like, I think you're, you know, one of the strongest people in the year for acting. And she would just, like, mentor me a bit more than other people, I think, yeah. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say, because it's hard because there's so many stories, but I don't want to say names, and I don't want to. I could tell you so many.
So, graduate with a first?
You what? Sorry.
Finished with a first?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got a good grade. But the goal was to get an agent. So the best thing about LSMT, I don't believe any other school do it. You do a showcase, which agents come to, but then they actually invite agents for 2 weeks solid every afternoon. And you would go in and you would sing to a panel of agents. So imagine like the pressure, because everyone is like, how many interviews have you had? Have you got an agent yet? And I wasn't like that, but you knew that if you weren't getting any interviews, people were talking about you.
Yeah.
And people were thinking, wow, she hasn't got an A, like, she's shit. But I did. I was lucky enough to have several interviews, and I managed to sign an agent before school was done. So yeah, I was very lucky. But
is this the agent you would now?
No, not the one that I'm with now, but. So everyone was going in and singing, you know, really like beautiful ballads or like showcasing their like E-bell and, you know, taking time to like pick the correct songs. So I was like, God, I don't know what I'm going to do, like flicking through my rep book. And then I come across this song called Old Fashioned Love Story from a musical called Wild Party. And it was about like a lesbian, like in a bar, like this old lesbian, like looking, like trying to pick up young women. And I was like, yes, that's me. I was like, it's characters. So like, yeah, and I started it out with like a German accent.
Yeah.
Like pretending to smoke a cigarette, and
Can
then
you
when
do German accent then?
well, it was very stereotypical. It was like the girl in the shadow, like maybe like not like that sort of like place in the world. Yeah. And then I like for the chorus, it all goes like Broadway, like ding 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 ding. So I just like went into this like American accent, and then went back into this like German-esque accent. But there was a lyric, I can't remember what it was. It was like something is worth two in the bush.
Yeah.
So I choreographed this entire song down to a T. And so I go in like one afternoon, and there's this little old man, and they bring him in because it was the principal's first ever agent. So the principal's like, you know, just go with it, just audition for him. And he's in this bright red shirt with a white tie. He literally looks like he's dying, and he's got a man next to him.
And you're going about bush.
Yeah. I don't know if he's a carer.
I like where this is going.
I don't know if he's like a carer or what. Like, I don't know. And everyone's coming out like, is he dead? We don't know. So then I'm going in like, lesbians, blah, blah, blah. And then the two in the bush comes, and what I did was I like opened my legs, got my hands out, and just slapped right in the fanny. Well, oh my God, his face. He was like, his jaw just dropped, and I was like, yep, not gonna get that interview.
Nailed it.
Yeah, some people absolutely loved it, and then others were like, this girl is fucking crazy. Like, who is she? But yeah, no, it got me what I wanted at the end of the day. So yeah, thank you for slapping myself in the fanny. Yeah.
So you did. Was it 3 years of this?
It was a 1 year intensive. So I actually got into Mount View as well, which was 3 years. And I because Mount View had always been my dream school. But I was like, oh God, if I go to Mount View, I'll be 24 by the time I leave. Which is weird, like thinking that now. So I was like, you know, I've just got to do the year. But you know what, like to be fair, thank God I did. And I think everything happens for a reason, because I wouldn't have done like all the jobs. Like I would have only been graduated like a year or something. Yeah. So I wouldn't have done what I've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pass the drama school, you get your agent.
Yeah.
Right. So there's lots of stuff, but you have to like fit it in for me now. So there's like Devilish.
Devilish was the first ever professional job I got.
Okay. Is that after? Did that come quickly after you graduated?
No, do you know what? I don't think it did. Oh no, I tell a lie. No, it wasn't the first professional job I got. No, it wasn't. The first professional job I got was a thing called Page to Stage. So it was kind of like a showcase for people, for like writers to showcase new musicals and whatnot. So my music teacher at LSMT had wrote a musical called Princess Philoda's Fortnight. Got in touch with my agent like 2 months after finishing school. We really want Katie to come in and audition for this role, which was a German maid called Annalise. So there's like a theme with all the roles that I get. Yeah. Like even with Manor, I was a French like slutty maid. Like, and I'm not like that as a person. It's just like followed me.
Do you have fun playing that kind of character though?
Well, yeah, obviously, because I would not want
to slap your vagina.
Exactly, and that's what life is all about. You know what I mean? But that's just like followed me like my whole like career. Drug addicts and sluts.
I was going to ask about typecasting.
Yeah, drug addicts and sluts. So I don't really know what's going on there. But yeah, no. So I got the role, and it was at the Tristan Bates Theatre in Covent Garden, and I think it ran for like 3 nights. And then I got Devilish. But there was like loads of time in between them two.
Okay, because I think you were down in London. You stayed down to begin with.
Yeah. I stayed there. Yeah.
And was there much? What did you do in between Devilish and Page the Stage then?
Like a lot of promo jobs. To be honest, the first agent I signed with an agency that was massive.
Yeah. Which
was a mistake. Because from July to July, I had 3 auditions. So the Page to Stage audition, he didn't get me. The Devilish audition, like, they didn't get me. That was through someone seeing me in my showcase and asking me to come in. And just to give you, like, a bit of a background, like, I once said to them, have you put me up for Les Mis? And the reply was, well, it'll always be there.
Okay.
So it was a tough time. So I think especially when you see your friends are getting auditions for, like, because you have a thing called like the graduate glow. So when you're new, everyone wants to see you. So you just assume that's what's going to happen, and when it doesn't happen, you're like, oh, what's going on? So I think that hindered me a lot, to be quite honest. Because then it became incredibly difficult to get seen. Because obviously they look at your CV and you're like, well, she hasn't done anything. What's she done?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And when did you start doing your film stuff and getting your showreel and all that jazz?
So I think I went back for Christmas, and during the Christmas back home to Sheffield to away for Christmas, and I'd like Easy Street had like this theatre Facebook page, and they a company called like Strong Product. I can't even remember what he called it now. He'll laugh at me. They were going to be doing like a short film, and it looked really professional and really good, and they were going to be filming it out in the countryside, and they needed an actress. So I was just feeling a bit shit. I hadn't had anything. I was like, what is this? So I was like, oh fuck it, do you know what? I'm just going to audition, send a self-tape. So the next thing, I get the part. So then it's like what you guys do. It was like, you know, and I met this guy called Sam.
Not bad then.
You were no. No, man, you know, like a youthful filmmaker who, honestly, he's just...
Youthful?
Yeah,
youthful.
You would too.
I'm 32.
Are you?
I'm old enough to not have to be called youthful anymore. I'm a grizzled veteran of the game, thank you very much.
Enthusiastic. I'm rubbish with words.
Poor. You can just say, no money, poor.
Yeah. Failing.
Wannabe.
Guys, stop. So yeah, so...
If there was anything else in this world that I was good at...
Try hard.
Porn. There's always porn. You can go into porn. Yeah. Film it.
I'm going to rip off Lenny Bruce from Mrs. Maisel, but if there was any other job, this is a disgusting job, it should not exist. If there was anything else in the world, but do you love it?
But yeah, I met this guy called Sam, and we remain friends to this day. I just absolutely love him to pieces, and we've worked on like another short film together, and we're planning a documentary.
What's the company called?
That was it. It was called Strong Productions.
They're the bottom of your film CV. Like you have two
by
the same company
yeah.
in like 2016 or 14.
Yeah, something like that. But he doesn't want to use that name anymore, I don't think. But he's like, oh my god, he's just amazing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. In fact, he's texted me. That's when my phone was going off. But yeah, no. So I did. That was like the first proper short film that I did, I think. I did one of those at Norton College to help the media team out, but like with Sam it was like another level. Like he'd rented out like a property in Bakewell, like he'd been working a job at Meadowhall, saved up a shit ton of money, bless him, and like everything was just organised down to a T. Like I caught the train to Chesterfield. His dad picked me up from Chesterfield, and that's the first time we met. He was like, "Hi, yeah, I'm really sorry that my dad's driving us." I was like, "It's okay." And I shared a room with his sister. His sister was doing makeup, but he was so professional. It was the first time I saw like a storyboard and like lighting, and I was like, what the hell is this? Because obviously with my ITV stuff, it was just like I was just in the street and things like that. So yeah, when he was like, oh, and post-production, I was like, what's post-production? Like, what are these words like you're saying to me?
I miss those days.
So yeah, I think that was like probably the first proper time.
Okay.
And then we ended up like doing, have you seen Dawn? I did like a YouTube thing called Dawn about a charity shop hoarder. So that was with Sam.
No, I couldn't find this.
Oh really?
Send me links to these things.
I will.
I've seen you as a drug addict. I've seen your showreel. I've seen a lot of Devilish.
Yeah, okay.
Suddenly went in and I felt like, why has this come up when I've searched Katie Ann Darling? She's not even in this. For God's sake. And then in the description they listed you as the cast.
Oh right, yeah. No, well, she's put the whole bloody show on YouTube, which I'm not really
I didn't quite manage to sit through.
I'm not really a fan of. But
anyway, we're Devilish. We're building up. But you're with this other Sam. Sam 1.
Yeah, Sam Strong.
Sam Strong.
Yay. Yeah, so I did that, and then I changed agents. And
it's still a London-based agency.
Yeah. So I'm still living in London.
Yeah. So did this experience with this film, did that open your eyes effectively to film as a potential thing?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I really enjoyed it, and I thought, oh, you know what? I think I could like get used to this kind of thing.
And what was the role?
So he'd written like a horror film, and it was for like the lead lady in this horror film. And I nearly said the name then, but I know he'd kill me if I said it, because like yourself, he's like, it's shit, it's blah blah blah, but it's not. It wasn't. He's such a perfectionist like me.
Send me links. I want to see this stuff.
No, I will. But I'm probably not allowed to send you the.
No, that's fine.
I nearly said it again. It would kill me. Yeah. I'm probably not allowed to send you the blah 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 because he would kill me. But yeah, no, I will. So I did that, and then this was after Devilish, I changed agents, and I was very lucky actually, because when I was at LSNT, I got a few offers, but I went with the big one. And another lady offered me, but I turned her down, and then she saw me at Page to Stage when I was playing the German maid, and she said, oh, do you know what, it kills me that you didn't go with me. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Anyway, changed my agent, phoned her up and was like, will you have me? So it was a bit like cheeky really, but she took me on. And then I was getting a few more auditions. I had a few like rams for a musical called The Band, the Gary Barlow one. So I thought, oh, okay, like we're getting somewhere here. But then it just started to like drop off drastically. Like I really don't even think I had. Did I have anything? No, I didn't have anything for ages, and I wasn't like, she wasn't calling me anymore. I was like, what's going on? She was like, we just can't get you through the door. So at this point I was just like losing all my confidence, but I was doing everything that I could, like sending out emails, writing to people, you know, putting myself up for like short films, working with Sam, like I did Dawn. But yeah, just like nothing was happening, and it was really disheartening. And then she like left me a voicemail one day and was just like, yes, I think it's best that we just get rid of you, like to do it on a voicemail as well. And I was like, okay. But yeah, so that happened, and then I'm trying to think of like what I did. And then I got the agent that I'm with now, and then I had doctors come through.
Yes.
Yeah. On
the telly with the doctors. Wow.
Yeah, so stole some bananas.
Tell story?
You are?
We can talk about that story.
Yeah, it's gone on TV now, hasn't it? So yeah. Stole some bananas.
Yeah, you were a trainee doctor.
Trainee midwife. So I was going to this surgery I can't even remember. Oh my god, what's the lady's name? I forgot the character's name. Well, the midwife at the doctor's surgery, she was kind of like training me, but she didn't know that I was living out of my car. So she thinks I was just turning up to work looking like disgusting and a mess and like not being with it and like tired and stuff, and then it all just like unravels throughout the episode. But that was like my first proper
yeah. And you stole food.
And I stole some bananas, yeah. But what actually like
it was tin food.
Yeah, it was. So like, just to set the scene, we'd gone to this lady's house. We'd just had a baby, so we were checking up on her. And I'd like given some excellent midwife advice, I think on breastfeeding, yeah. And then I'd gone, oh, let's have a cup of tea, I'll go make it. So I went in and like the props guy had like bought a bag of food from Sainsbury's, and there was like some bananas, some biscuits, some tinned tuna, whatever. So they were like, okay Katie, so you're gonna rummage through the bag, pick up an item of your choice, turn around, and then you're gonna get caught. Yeah, okay, cool, and action. So obviously you go for the biscuits. So I went for the biscuits, like the sound guy's like, ah. No, try again. Right, okay. Biscuits, yeah. Ah, no, okay. So it's gonna have to be the bananas. But do you know what's really funny? Everyone that's seen that episode, the first comment they say to me, "Oh, you banana stealer!" Not like, what an excellent midwife you were. Like, do you know what? You really impressed me with your midwifery skills. The handling of that small baby while saying your lines was impressive. No, it's the fucking bananas. Like, stole the entire thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
And when did you get your showreel?
Showreel was like through the time of having my second agent, I think.
Okay.
So
I really like your showreel. There's some really good stuff in that.
Oh, thank you. That was literally, so they weren't from anything. They were literally like scenes that this guy had written for me. So I had to organise the actors, like the location, which was really fun. And I think the more like short films and stuff that I did, the more I was like, yeah, I kind of want to do this.
See, there's one of those, the one where you're the drug addict. I don't know if you're a drug addict. You're lower class, shall we say, and you're complaining. You're in a kitchen.
Yeah, that was in my flat. That's
an actual film. There's an actual version of that on YouTube.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Oh God. So he's copied it from something.
No, it's you. It's your version.
Oh right.
I'll send you a link to this. There's definitely
a film. Oh no, that's just like a little. Oh, maybe. Because maybe we shot a scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've shot a scene. Yeah, we've shot a scene, but then I've only taken a bit of the scene and put it in my show. I was like, what?
My favourite one.
Copyright.
My favourite one, which doesn't sound like it's a role you ever do, is you're like this British stiff upper lip. It's like you and a guy having like a bit of a cat and mouse.
Do you know what? I hate that one.
Do you?
I literally hate it.
I love the performance in that one.
I can't watch it. It makes me cringe. And there was a bit at the end where I actually break down into actual tears. And the guy was like, yeah, that's great. Like, let's use that. And I was like, I can't. I was like, that is awful. He's like, Katie, it's not. And I'm like, I can't watch it.
Good. I would definitely cast you as a wartime.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, no, I hate it. With a hat.
Really nice hat.
Who's a teenager who steals bananas?
Yeah. Yeah, being a teenager is like a recurring role for me. I think 'cause I'm quite baby faced, and obviously look like I'd steal things. So yeah.
So you've got your third agent. Are you still in London at this point? Or?
Doctors. I've still got my flat in London, but I'm pretty much home like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, London just isn't for me, I don't think. I'm such a home bird and I love the north. Like, there were times when I lived there where it was the best place to be on earth. And sometimes when I do go back and I've got it's all about money, isn't it, living there? When I've got money and I'm going to see shows, I'm meeting up with friends, going out for dinner, you're like, yes, this is amazing, so many opportunities. But when you're like living off cheese toasties, you can't afford to put the heating on in the flat and... like you're just missing your mum, as silly as it sounds. It can be like the most loneliest place in the world. So I started like just coming back home, and I was like, today what? I'm just gonna come home, commute for auditions, and that'll suit me fine.
And how much more do we have till you get to Meadowhall?
To Meadowhall?
Yeah, playing an elf.
Oh God, we have to talk about that.
Oh, we have to talk about that.
How do you know that?
You told us.
How you met
Oh
Amy.
shit, yeah! Oh my God.
You wouldn't have met us otherwise, so it's a double blow to you.
Being an elf, yeah, that was literally to time, because obviously you have to work like freelance jobs, don't you?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like most Christmases, I think I did it for like 2 Christmases, or maybe 3, because my friend was doing it as well. Yeah, I was an elf.
Mm-hmm. And that's where you met Amy.
That's where I met Amy, yeah.
Amy Watson-Brown. Yeah.
Lovely Amy, yeah. We loved it. I'll never forget though, my friend Chloe also worked there, and she was playing Sylvie Snowflake, which was a complete rip-off.
I love this story, yeah.
Complete rip-off of Elsa from Frozen. She's like, hello boys and girls, blah 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 blah, this magical poem. This little kid just shoves his hand in her mouth, and she's like, hello, but blah, blah. He's like snotty little lamb going in.
I've told everyone this story.
Oh my God.
I love it. It's such a good film scene.
So yeah, it's so funny. Hello boys and girls, how are you? The magical Santa's get out! But like the parents just laugh. Like they're not like, what are you doing, Harvey? You're so rude. They're like, do it again. Do it again. Pull a wig off. Like they love it. Parents of Meadowhall.
So, how long ago did you move back to Sheffield?
In July, last July is when I officially moved back, like everything out.
And have you done, what have you been up to since then, acting wise?
Since then, to be quite honest, I haven't done an awful lot, just because I've kind of, as you know, come to like a bit of a crossroads with it all.
Yes.
Like obviously I did like
There we go.
Amy's short film.
Yeah.
Showreel, sorry.
Sure. It's a film. It's
Yeah,
it's going up as a film. The
Oh,
body.
okay. Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
With you guys, so that was cool. But
Talk about that more.
talk about that more.
You came when I called you the wrong name.
Yeah, what did you call me?
I think Sophie. Or Steffi
Oh yeah,
or
that was
something
it.
like
So and I was like, yes, thank you, Dave.
No one, like, I just picked up I called you the wrong name from your facial expression. No one actually went, yeah, my name's Katie. You didn't go, my name's Katie, and no one went,
See,
"She's
this is
called
what I
Katie."
mean. I'm not
like,
assertive, so I would have never have corrected
I
you.
had to go into the Facebook messenger group that we set up the film by to
Did
see
you?
that you were called Katie. and
That's
I go, "I'm
hilarious.
really
You never
sorry."
told me that.
That's
I suppose you wouldn't be like, 1 minute, I'm just checking your name on the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I came here
Yeah.
in this house.
Yeah.
And we did, was it called The Electrician?
It's the body.
Oh, The Body, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
and that
so
character's
sorry.
not allowed to be called the electrician because it doesn't look good enough on the guy's CV.
Oh, why?
Yeah, I don't know. So what's he called now?
I think it's Kevin.
Kevin, the electrician.
That's what my dad's called. Big up, Kev.
Nice.
Yeah, so I did that. So that was really fun. I always love filming. I love like meeting new people and.
How did we compare to, like, obviously we weren't trying to compete with doctors. They weren't going to put Pepsi on their windows like we did.
Oh yeah, the Pepsi on the windows or the cats just
Yeah.
like running around.
Yeah.
Don't touch the cat. Okay.
I got really. Like,
How did it compare?
well, just before, I've got an outtake I can send you where it's like Tom putting Pepsi on the window and you just looking at the window like.
Am I?
Put Pepsi on the window. It's like, did they not do that on the professional doctors film?
I can't say that they did.
Yeah.
No, they will have used 7-Up with a spray bottle.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that
Champagne.
you told me that it is actually a thing, isn't it? But no, it wasn't required.
How was working with us? Lay it down, lay it bare.
I mean, I'd just rather not talk about it. No, I'm kidding. Well, obviously I wouldn't be here, would I, doing this if I didn't get on with you guys and I didn't like believe in what you were doing.
Oh, thank you.
I think it's really important to help one another. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously we're all wanting to achieve the same thing. We want to be successful in making films and acting. So we've got to help each other.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to land a role. I mean, it'd be amazing to land a role in a Hollywood film tomorrow, and for you guys to shoot a Hollywood film tomorrow. So we've got to work together, haven't we? And it's nice to meet, because I mean, there's not like a lot of, what's the word, people in the entertainment industry in Sheffield as much as there is in London who are wanting to do it professionally. Anyway, maybe there is for film. I don't know. You're pulling a face.
It's just the word professional, but carry on.
Okay. Why are you looking at me? I feel like I've
We all want to get paid, so therefore we all want to be professionals.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, it's nice to like sit down and have these conversations with people that like actually get it.
Okay.
And, you know, I don't know, I'm really rubbish with words, but, you know, I wouldn't be sat here if, like I say, if I didn't get on with you guys and believe in, like, what you were doing. And like,
what did you think of the film when it was done?
I thought it was good, and I thought the bit at the end really made me laugh.
The
and I was like, can we do that? That's what it's about, isn't it? Like, helping one another and, like, bouncing ideas off each other and...
Oh, yeah, the entire convo between you and Amy, you just worked it out yourself. I had no input. It's just like, I didn't direct that at all. That's all Katie and Amy. I remember you saying to Amy, like, go to turn, do this. Pull me back when I go to leave, kind of thing. Just like, it's too static. I was like, okay, she's good. She knows her shit. Sometimes being smart is knowing when not to get in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like Sam was the same. Like sometimes he would just like, so the dawn link that I'll send you, it was like just all improvised, and then I'd do a little bit, and then Sam would be like, that was good, but actually say this and it'll be funnier. And I was like, yeah, cool. Or I just do something and he'd be like, yeah, genius, next.
Yeah.
Like, that is just how it works, isn't it?
I love actors who find their own bits and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's part of the process.
It's a skill. It's a definite skill and a feather in your cap.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah. And then you sort of... Okay, so you actually have quite a strong work ethic. You work a lot of hours. Like over Christmas, you were working insane hours, even when you were ill and everything else. Do you think that comes from the London school?
Yeah, probably.
Because the amount you were doing insane hours, like working at places, and also did the film with us.
Yeah.
And you were saying that I've not got any other days off and da da da.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, I think it does. And with me, like, not that there's anything wrong with like going on the dole or whatever. Like, if that's what you've got to do, that's what you've got to do. But for me, like, I'd rather like
work.
Yeah. Oh God, I don't want to say that. Oh, that can't.
They're all shirkers and scribers, and you hate them. Vote Tory.
No.
Is that what we're saying? Austerity for life.
No. Oh, that's it.
We can't all be picked up on our dad like with our dad's ponies.
Yeah. No. Exactly. Oh, fuck's sake. Aww. I meant it. I didn't mean it like that. You know what I mean? I'd rather like work. Yeah.
And then one thing which I can mention on the podcast, and that might like you auditioned to be in our film, the next project we're doing.
Yeah.
And then like the next day went, actually no.
Yeah, because of the way, it's just the way. Well, it's like when I was working, they phoned me up. And said it wasn't anything to do with like you guys, please don't think that. It's just, you know, you were saying to me like, you know, we're putting like a lot in, this is a lot for us, a lot riding on it. If you'd have said like,
I don't know about riding on it, but yeah.
Well, you know, but it was like, it was like,
April,
it was a passion project for you. So yeah, I would have absolutely loved to have done it. But for me to be like, yeah, I'm available in April. And then, this is what I mean, they can call you up tomorrow. So imagine you giving me the part and I'd be like, guys, I've got an audition, I've got to go. Because obviously, like you say, we all want to be paid. So I would obviously have to. But yeah, that was the only reason. Please don't think it was anything like, oh God, no.
Okay. That's fine.
Sorry, she'll regret it later.
Yeah.
You are?
When it's huge.
It's massive. I'm like... Don't hire her.
No,
she's got other commitments.
Yeah, no, if you'd have said to me, like, it's next week, or like it's there's a last minute in 2 days or something.
Yeah.
Like, I'd have been like, yeah, okay. Like, I still would have said the same thing, but if I don't know, I just got the impression like there was a lot in this for you. Do you know what I mean? It's what I would have hated to have said, yeah, absolutely, and then life happens, doesn't it?
Okay, so now you broke our hearts.
Yeah. Oh,
We've reached, so you're at the minute you described yourself as at crossroads.
Yeah.
Discuss.
I don't know really. It's hard, and I don't really want to put myself out there too much. But
don't. If you don't want to discuss it, don't.
I don't know. I just I do. I do feel like a little bit at a crossroads in my life. Like it's a passion. I love it. I live and breathe it. But I think obviously moving home, you know, like my friends are getting houses and mortgages, and I'm like, you know, I don't have the access to that yet, and I'm very hard on myself, and I want those things for myself. So it's like it's finding the balance, isn't it? And I think I've just got to sit down and think, okay, like what's best for me right now. But you know, I'm not giving it up. It's still there, but my mind has been like changed a little bit. Just thinking about like I was ringing HMRC at the age of 16 about pensions. That's the sort of person that I am. So it's like protecting myself a little bit. So we'll see. Honestly, I really don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I feel like I'm just like in a little bit of a bubble at the moment and just cruising through life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope you keep it going. I hope you manage it.
Thank you. I hope so too.
Okay, so like, let's say in the future, and you keep it going or you don't.
Yeah.
Would you come back and do another podcast?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Another edition of this.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
I can commit to that.
Yeah. Well, no, just to catch up and see where you
wherever. Yeah.
If that's all right, like, you know, it might just be really quick. It might just be pie intro, go to recording. Yeah, I didn't really do much else. The end.
I now work at KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Don't let that happen. Don't.
I won't let that happen. I won't.
Unless you're the owner, it doesn't count.
Yeah. Unless you own several KFCs, you can't come back in this house.
Right. Okay, leave it there then. Unless there's anything else you want to.
I'm all good because I'm busting for a win.
Okay.
All good?
All good. That's it. We'll end this here so you can go and we.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
It's been a pleasure.
It has. Bye.
Oh, I can't get off my chair.